So, Demon Souls just got announced for PlayStation 5, which, for me, I'm actually kind of really excited for that because, well, I originally played Demon Souls on PS3 when it first came out. Um, as you can see, I'm playing Bloodborne, which isn't one of the quote Soul games, but this is one of the games that was PS4's first Soul-like game. So, kind of playing this as a remember that Demon Souls was PS3's first Soul game, and it's going to be PlayStation 5's. I'm actually really excited. It was probably one of the few games they showed off that I was actually excited for. What was it? Horizon Zero Dawn was another one I was excited for. Gran Turismo 7. And that was mainly the games that I actually was really excited for. There were some that I was like, oh, I might play that. And right now, people are kind of got mixed opinions about Demon Souls remake or remastered, whatever they decide to call that. Some are complaining that the atmosphere is, they changed it and it's worse. I think it's kind of, I don't know if you can say it's it's worse than what it was, because there really was no atmosphere. It was just kind of like grays and yellows. It's just kind of pukish colors is the best way to describe it. And yes, I hear you over there, boss. I'll kill you. And yeah, I think what they're doing is pretty good. There's a few things I would complain about, such as the way they're making, like, they made the okay they're making like the main armor that was like shown off in the cover art and all look nothing like the original, and that to me kind of sucks, because the armor was pretty cool the way it looked, or at least I thought it looked kind of cool. Some of the enemies they're changing too, which in my opinion it's not really for the best. They are kind of taking away what made the characters look cool and unique. Like, the Vanguard looks like what one YouTuber said, a Doom enemy, an enemy from Doom. Which I totally agree with that, because yeah, the Vanguard does look like it's from Doom with that design. One person tried to give the excuse of the skeletons in the Storm King area. I think that's what the boss's name is in there. It's been so long. Yeah, the skeletons in that area, the armored ones, look stupid. They got like flesh now, and I'm sorry, but they look more, they seem more of a threat as armored skeletons, where their bones are armor. Now it just looks like kind of like a zombie thing or something. I don't know. It just doesn't look that great in my opinion. The Flame Lurker looks kind of like your generic demon. It doesn't look as unique as it did before. Just minor things like that, I would say. I hope they just turn back, change them back to the way they should be. because I'm not gonna say that's much of an improvement as much as it takes away from what they had in the game. Besides all that stuff, I'm hoping the frame rate is way much better, because Demon Souls didn't have that great of frame rate. Some people said the game stuttered a lot, or the frame rate dropped a lot. I can't say I've really experienced that. The only time I say I can experience the frame rate taking a hit was when there was a bunch of things exploding. That's the only time I could say I've experienced that as an actual problem. But other than that, no. That guy's screaming help. No, no, no. Oh, I walked around that like a dumbass. I hope they add a lot of things that they were planning that was originally planned for Demon Souls. I heard someone talked about that Demon Souls originally was supposed to have permanent death. I definitely like to have that as an option, and it has to be an option because that can be irritating too if it's not optional, because that would kill other people that may want to play but aren't going to be as serious. Oh, I'm on fire! Nope. Woohoo! Bullet dodger. Woo! Move! Nope. Okay, don't. I'm hoping the frame rate is much higher. That's one thing Demon Souls is gonna need. It'd be awesome if Demon Souls aims for like 120 frames. I know that may not be possible, but I mean, both of these, the PlayStation 5 and the X series, are kind of advertising themselves as, oh well, it can do 120 frames. And okay, well, do it then. Do it. And you know, who knows? A lot of these companies say their system's powerful enough to do something and doesn't quite do it, or it half-asses it in some way. I don't know. I just want Demon Souls to have really good frame rate and graphically look good, but stay true to what originally was, minus the, again, the atmospheres thing that people are complaining about. But yeah, Demon Souls is probably going to be the first PlayStation 5 game I'm going to buy, because it's freaking Demon Souls. I like Demon Souls. I am just hoping that they don't screw it up or ruin it in any way. And hopefully the online part is improved, because that's another thing that needs to be improved. There's people talking about cut content being added, and hey, if the cut content, wow, can't talk. If the cut content is actually added, that I'm even more sold on that game, because it gives me more reason to replay the hell out of it again. Because Demon Souls, I believe I had the maximum amount of characters that you can make, and I believe each character I have played at least through the game 5 or more times, which I feel like says a lot, because this Bloodborne, I haven't played through Bloodborne or Dark Souls series as much as I probably has played through Demon Souls. So that I feel like says a lot about Demon Souls in some ways. So hopefully they add stuff that was cut out and maybe improve upon things. Hell, maybe extra content would be nice. Maybe that would be something nice to get. I mean, I'm all for new shit in the game that's been out. So, what are your guys' thoughts and opinions? Are you gonna buy Demon Souls? Or is that something you're gonna wait to see? Again, like I said, I am completely sold on it. I mean, I am gonna be disappointed if it turns out to be crap or they ruined it in some way by maybe changing everything and making it look like shit and take away what was unique about the enemies. But yeah, I'm hyped for it, and that's probably the only reason why I'm buying a PlayStation 5. I mean, like I said, that's got me sold on the PlayStation 5. And yes, I do plan on getting the Xbox X series. Though, so far there's nothing I have seen on the Xbox side that really has got me sold. Halo Infinity sounds interesting, but I don't know. 343 just hasn't really made good Halo games in my opinion. They've done some pretty cool stuff with multiplayer, but in terms of a good Halo, I don't think they've done too good of a job. Again, that's my opinion. But the selling point for me on the Xbox X series is the fact that it's got backwards compatibility, which, since it's from original Xbox all the way to Xbox One, that's a pretty big deal. I think if Sony goes, well, guess what? PlayStation 1 all the way up to PlayStation 4, I think they would probably have trouble keeping that system in stock. But I really doubt they will. And I'm waiting for Microsoft to kind of confirm, am I going to be able to just put my original Xbox game into the X series, or is it going to have to be a digital version, or is it limited to digital only versions? These are my questions. I get the feeling it's going to be, if it was available on the Xbox store, then yeah, you can put the disc in or whatever. Otherwise, it's not compatible, which kind of sucks. It sucks that systems aren't really backwards compatible nowadays, but it is what it is, and I try to keep all my original systems if I can. That's why I still have my original, I say original Sega Genesis, but it's not my first one. My first Sega Genesis was stolen, so yeah, that sucks, but my parents got me another one for Christmas shortly after the next Christmas, because my original one was stolen on Christmas. Yeah, that fucking sucks. And still have my Sega Saturn, my original Dreamcast, Game Gear, PlayStation. Well, not my original PlayStation. My original PlayStation was the slim one, but I always liked the original model. But yeah, I try to keep them. So, feel free to post in the comments. Are you excited for Demon Souls? Are you excited for PlayStation 5? Are you getting it? Are you getting the X series? Or you're gonna say fuck it? Feel free to leave a comment in the description. I'll try to read and reply to it. I hope you all are having a wonderful day and stay safe.